In the meantime, President of the Nigerian Guild of Editors, Mustapha Isah, has urged politicians in the country and their supporters to make the campaigns for the elections issues-based. Isah made this demand when the Guild met with the presidential candidate of Nigeria's leading opposition party, Atiku Abubakar. We have more in this report.
Atiku Abubakar was accompanied to this forum by some leaders of his party, the PDP. The former vice president had been on this journey of returning to the country's seat of power as president since 2007, when he left the VP's office after 8 years. President of the Nigerian Guild of Editors opened the forum with a demand on politicians for issue-based campaign.
I plead with all the candidates to avoid mudslinging, attacks on individuals, and false claims. We want them to address issues, the real issues that concern the people. There are many of them, Your Excellency.
The presidential candidate had a brief introduction before receiving questions from news editors at the event. The issues cut across improving education, political restructuring, resolving his party's internal crisis, solving the security challenges facing the country, mending fences among the diverse peoples of Nigeria, and reversing the country's economic downturn. Atiku Abubakar said he will liberalize the economy and continue with the privatization policy developed when he was vice president.
If you see the amount of work that government has to do in this country, like say, building and rebuilding our ports, constructing our railway lines, building our highways, the amount of money, let me borrow Dr. Pessy's word, humongous amount of money that you require. You know that the government doesn't have it. I would rather concession most of this to the private sector and give them tax breaks. They invest, recover their money, and we will have development, and we will have progress, we will have jobs, and we will have prosperity.
Restructuring, which relates to devolution of power, according to the candidate, will come with a measure of resource control.
I want you to know and realize that amending the Constitution requires the executive, the National Assembly, and the state assemblies. So we all have to agree on what type of restructuring. Of course, when we say devolution of powers, obviously devolution of powers must go hand in hand with also a certain measure of resource control.
Though some of the interventions may need further interrogation, the former vice president may have walked out of the hall satisfied that he has passed his thoughts on how he intends to secure a better Nigeria to gatekeepers of the fourth estate of the realm. How effective this is can only be assessed in the next 2 months when the ballot will be cast. Uzonna Ononye, reporting for News Central.